of quiet misery and shame, particularly if we're parents. And we often wonder whether we should end it all and save ourselves and others the unnecessary misery of knowing us. We are people like you, but in the extreme. We harbor secret dreams and desires. We shut ourselves off from judgment and risk. We use alcohol or drugs to kill the pain. We might drink for years normally, able to put it aside for months at a time, but then something will shift, and all of a sudden we need alcohol to do our lives. It will happen gradually, and we might not even notice, but the signs are there. Bottles hidden around and hoarded, daily hangovers, an inability to stop at just one drink, an increasing irritability or depression, and an unwillingness to stop. But you don't have to have a problem with alcohol, or anything at all, to read this book. You can be the happiest, most well-adjusted person on the planet, with taut thighs, low blood pressure, and a daily yoga practice with not a care in the world. Even you might enjoy this book. You might get something out of this book if you are an adult child of an alcoholic. You fear your significant other might have a problem with drugs and/or alcohol. You love someone who is in recovery or who you think drinks too much. You look good on the outside, but feel utterly miserable and lost on the inside. You drink or use drugs a little more than you think you should. You like to hear about people who make bigger mistakes than you'd ever dream of making in your own life. Acknowledgements. This book would not exist without Amber, who had the idea in the first place, and the wonderful people at Red Wheel Weiser and Canary Press, who strive to make the world better through the published word. This book would not be possible without the loving support of my brothers, my parents, my husband, and my children. I owe a debt of undying gratitude to the people in my home group who loved me when I could not love myself, who generously shared their stories, their bad coffee, and their time. Particular thanks to Diana, Vida, and Paul. Thanks also especially to Jill, who saved me from myself and helped me laugh during those first 30 days, and to Carla, without whom this first year would have been much less rich. To the inspiring writers who keep my brain firing, Anne Lamott, Anne Patchett, Rebecca Wolfe, and Hollis Gillespie. To David Sheff, whose stunning book about his son's drug abuse helped me understand what it's like to be on the other side of addiction. To Michelle and Paige, who slogged through the early drafts. To Diane and Michelle, whose friendships have been a great joy for more than 20 years. To Josephine, Olivia, and Violet, my 3 true loves, the apples of my eye. To Mom, who showed me the way. To Barb and Dad, who helped me through that first Christmas and many, many days since. To Mark and Lauren, my brotherly pillars of strength and love, without whom my life would have been inordinately less beautiful and far less funny. To the countless people who have gone before and paved the way for those of us who reach out for help with our addiction and find it one day at a time. And to Brian, who already knows about love and devotion and who will always be my friend. Introduction. Mommy needs many drinks. It is a sunny spring afternoon, and the video captures our 3 little girls playing outside in the big plastic pool, sliding down the orange slide, squealing with delight and denying their cold despite blue lips and shivers. They seem so small and fragile when I look at them in pictures or home movies, but on this warm, bright afternoon, they fill up the inside of my brain with shrieks of joy and delight. I don't take my eyes off of them, nor do I put down my glass of white wine. In the